First that's Trent. That's not true statement. Oh,
So Adam doesn't know that we're live.
Oh no. Where's the intro?
I did that on purpose.
He's a mid-level border.
I just noticed you got your hair cut.
I did. Wait, is this a real argument? I thought it was just him arguing with his friends.
That's the argument. Saquon.
Should I not have done this?
No, I think they're just messing around.
Okay. Should I pull up the clip? Should I pull up the Giants clip going in the end zone? Pride Month is canceled.
Oh, he's already going. Do you hear him? Giant. They're already talking Giants and Eagles.
Are they? Of course they are. This is fun. Glad we're doing this. What's up, chat? How you doing? We're just listening to Adam argue. He was yelling in the background, so I just started it live because I don't know. Adam's yelling. Pride Month is still canceled.
Yeah.
When Adam comes back, pretend that we're not live yet. Okay?
Oh, okay. All right. I got it.
Yeah, he is. I gotta take these off the screen so they don't know. He's too stupid. He won't see.
What's the name of your podcast, Adam?
I wonder if he like it's 8:03 right now.
Yeah,
we normally
we
start.
Usually don't go till 8:05. So.
Yeah, but
this is funnier.
Yeah.
I wish I could hear what he was saying.
Maybe that's Adam organizing himself for a bride parade.
It probably is.
Yeah.
I love talking shit.
Usually we're on.
You guys are white.
Time.
Yeah. Hey, there was a tweet that said, "How can you say you're white in one tweet?" And I just put "Hi, Dad" in quotes.
Oh. Hey, Adam, you ready, man?
Are we live?
No.
What the fuck?
Wow, you're smarter than I thought.
What was the plan? What was the goal there?
The plan was to watch you come back and then not think that we were live. I don't know, dude. I don't think out anything.
Wow, how's it feel to be
now.
Fucking retarded?
Donald Trump has canceled Pride Month.
My fellow Americans, it is with great pleasure that I am announcing that Pride Month is canceled. Pride is a sin, and we will no longer participate in deliberate moral inversions. Instead, June will be known as Confidence Month, or maybe just June. Who knows? In either case, it'll be a time for us to celebrate legitimate achievements worthy of reflection. I hate to break it to some people, but putting a wiener in a butt shouldn't be on anyone's highlight reel. Very unhygienic. Love is love.
Hygienic.
That's what they say. However, poop is poop, folks. Poop is poop.
Yeah, obviously that's
My
fake.
fellow Americans,
AI is getting too good. Can we all agree on that? AI is getting fucking too good.
If it weren't for the content of the video, I wasn't like looking for it, I wouldn't have known.
No, until he said, a peep doesn't go in a butt. I was like, oh yeah. This is legit. But
I've been watching this AI like video series of like Yetis and Bigfoots doing like outdoor bro like vlogging. Like, hey guys, like I saw you a bunch of human tracks coming through here. I'm gonna set up a tent outside for outside. It's like crazy realistic. It's fucking wild, dude. AI's getting good. AI's getting good. No, it wasn't AI. Glenn Greenwald's video though. That was not AI.
What?
oh,
I haven't even been following that. I saw people talking about it, but I was like, I'm not gonna do this.
It's kind of disappointing because like I generally liked Glenn Greenwald, but I don't think any of us is gonna or anyone on here would disagree with this, but like it's one thing to do sexually depraved things, and it is a whole other thing to do sexually depraved things and knowingly record yourself doing them, and especially when you have a high profile and you're married to, or you at least were married to like a former politician in Brazil, where like the age of consent there is a little bit lower than it is the audience that you're talking to. Like if you start checking all this stuff off, it's like you really fucked up if you put yourself in that position. Like even being a straight dude, you probably shouldn't record yourself having sex because that is just you're giving people too much power over you. There's a rule in like the whole manosphere space that I kind of talk about quite a bit, and it's a very, very good heuristic to live by. And it's that don't ever. It's called the billboard rule. Don't text anybody anything that you wouldn't want to end up on a billboard tomorrow. And this is failing to adhere to the billboard rule.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I put out my gay stuff on OnlyFans. Everybody knows so they can't come at me later for it.
Yeah, it's like, hey, no, you got to pay for this stuff. Like, oh, you can't leak this. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And not only that, if you do it that way, you could sue him too.
It's just wild to me. Where like, I mean, Kyle, like you just said it, like where it's like you have this like take me seriously, but also watch me in a maid costume and get my fucking shit, my face pushed in by a cock, and you're like, no, like yeah, it's like I'm not gonna take you seriously, dude. Like that's fucking crazy. I know he was gay already, but like it's just crazy degenerate behavior.
Gay.
Super gay.
Well, you know, you could be. I want to keep it YouTube friendly. You could be gay and not be about it. You know what I mean? What the fuck are you eating?
That actually looks good. I'm actually starving right now.
Are you eating like a chocolate walnut cake? Okay. So, oh my God, you were getting that
He's celebrating Pride Month.
Yes.
Kyle, let him have it.
Yeah. You might dig this, Adam. I made this is going to sound gross, but I promise he was delicious. It was a s'mores protein banana bread.
That sounds good.
I used 2 eggs, 2 bananas, 2 scoops of s'mores protein powder, melted marshmallows, some flour, a little coconut flour, baking flour, and a little bit of white vinegar. Cooked it at 350. Oh, so good.
That does sound good. Yeah. I started TRT, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. How much better do you feel? I'm so curious about this. Actually,
it's too quick to like feel a difference. Like I don't know yet. Give me a month when I'm fucking just yoked.
Okay. Yeah. Then in a month, we're gonna schedule a show for let's see, July 2nd. We'll go July 2nd.
Yeah.
You're gonna come on the show and we'll talk about this.
Yeah.
I'm so curious.
Yeah. I was like, I'm over just being tired all the time and just like not wanting to work out. Like I'm at the gym every day where I work out every fucking, I just can't like keep up with my like my stamina is shit. My sleep is shitty. Like I just want to fucking get jacked easier without taking steroids. Cause I don't want to, I'll never take like fucking like trend or anything. Yeah. I'm never taking that shit because what it could do to my heart. I freak out. I'm like too OCD, but it's his test, whatever. So
yeah, it's made from
that shit.
Literally
Yeah. Put that shit in me.
dumbass.
No, I mean, it's not, Sam.
It is technically steroids, but it's not like the same. It's not what people think when they think steroids.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
When people think steroids, they think about Anavar, Trenbolone, stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, Sam, you made such a mess.
Yeah.
So
we gonna Google this as steroids? We just said it is, but it's not like traditional steroids. You fucking
yeah.
little
See,
twink
okay, yeah,
bitch.
oxymetholone, methandosterone, nandrolone, donazonol, all those, and then obviously TRT is, but like TRT is basically it's supposed to put you back up to your regular levels because like the reference range for TRT is like your testosterone should be like 300 to 1100. I think that's a reference range. If you're below 300, then they consider that low.
300 is low.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but like
mine's
they give you a very wide range.
Yeah, mine's low.
Okay. Yeah, but like if you're low, you should get on TRT because it puts you back up at the natural levels that you should produce. Oh. Okay, there we go. We're good.
Oh, did my joke not fuck?
No.
I don't think my joke went through. I said, Sam, why? What is happening? Don't. That's disgusting.
At least
but you're making me hungry though, which is annoying because I'm so fucking hungry. And you know what else is annoying about Sam? He should be 500 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone said that in the comment, dude.
Yeah.
I would love to see his room right now. It is probably so fucking messy. He's literally eating that with his bare hands, getting chocolate all over his face.
This is pissing me off, but not for the reasons you think it would. It's because I want to eat that way and I can't.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're talking about because I would be 500 pounds as well.
Yeah. This is fucking all right. Enough.
Or we turn this into a mukbang channel.
Yeah, this is Sam's ASMR.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try my joke again because I don't think it landed the first time because I don't think we heard it. So I'm gonna try it again. Ready? Let's go back. Let's go back a minute and a half. Sam
Hey,
thinks testosterone's a steroid because all he produces is estrogen. Bam.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. Nice.
I don't
I
want
guess
any
we should
more
continue
cake.
talking about but back to the whole Glenn Greenwald thing. You can like his reporting and even like his perspective, but to act like this has no bearing on him, like as a person writ large, I'm sorry. I do look at this as like a bad look. Like you were clearly irresponsible. And I do think that like this is humiliating. Like you had a fucking crack pipe on your bed. You're licking a man's foot. I only saw the video very briefly. I didn't go searching it out, but like you were doing drugs, licking a man's foot in a dress. I can't look at you the same way again.
Yeah, exactly. Which,
Yeah.
by the way, I reposted that picture with a joke. I forgot even what the joke was. Just a screenshot of it. And Twitter suspended me for 12 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then I appealed it. My suspension already ended by the time. And then like a day later, like, oh, our bad. That was restored your. I was like, it's already restored. You fucking you suspended me for 12 hours.
Asshole.
Yeah, bullshit. But the thing back also with Pride Month too is like I did notice an interesting thing with like the logo changes on social media and stuff like that, where a lot of companies didn't do it this time. But you know who overwhelmingly did this time? Sports teams. Like a lot of sports teams still did it. Not all of them. And it's really annoying because the Yankees and Giants did it, and I don't think the fucking Eagles did it, and that pisses me the fuck off
The
so much
Eagles
because
did.
Sam gets.
Not on
Oh, they
Twitter,
did.
but They did.
Good. So, but like, I know the Rangers don't even like Texas Rangers. They don't fuck with that shit at all. They're like, we don't even have Pride Night. Like, none of that goes here. But I'm surprised a lot of the sports teams are still like doing it. I don't know if it's like a fuck you to like the climate or the current administration or what, but like MLB, their official Twitter page, like changed it to like the thing. The NFL put out a thing saying like a video like NFL is gay, NFL is trans, NFL is for everyone. I'm like, it's not, right?
Well, so the Westmoreland County, which is the county that I inhabit, had threw up a picture on Facebook, and I apparently pissed off a lot of people when I shared this. But I'll do a little screen share here. Let me pull this up real quick. Sorry, there we go. So this was the thing that they had shared. They literally blocked off a whole bridge. So like the flag you see in like the middle of the screen here.
Yeah.
No, Pittsburgh has a lot of bridges, so like you could still get around. It's probably a slight inconvenience. Like when they have Picklesburg here, which is like a big pickle thing, they may shut down this bridge or they shut it down for different events.
This is their other pickle thing they do.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Oh no, this wasn't on a bridge. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, this is right beside Liberty Avenue. Okay, so yeah, this is like a very busy street. Like, okay, I'm not like the most hardcore right-wing guy. Like most people, I'm probably more right-wing than most people. And that's not me patting myself on the back. That's just my perspective. I'm okay with people being gay. I'm even all right. Like if you have a gay bar and there's not like rainbow flags outside, that's fine. It's a private property. You're not putting it in front of kids, but like you're accepted
pisses me
now.
off.
People don't care anymore.
Yeah.
People are fine with you being gay. People are fine with you being a transformer. People are fine with you doing whatever you want and loving whoever you want. Okay. Now that it's accepted, and our president, who's been elected twice, is the first openly pro-gay marriage president, mind you, and people are still freaking the fuck out about this. Live like normal fucking people. We don't need to celebrate your sexuality. I think these these natalism fests where like there's people to get each other hyped up about having kids, I think that shit's kind of weird too. Now, granted, I'm not saying that it's on the same level. I'm saying these pride parades and stuff, stop. Nobody cares anymore. Live like normal people. And guess what? You don't have to worry about the stigma if you don't shove giant flying dicks in people's faces. Shocker. If you just act like normal fucking people, people are going to treat you like a normal person. For some reason, like these pride events, they're like, we need to celebrate. Why? You have all the same rights that every other American has. I don't think there should be gay marriage, but you got it. Now shut the fuck up and live a normal life.
Well, that's the
Leave
thing. It's
everybody
really-
else alone.
It's not about that, right? It's about like
Right.
we're making you care and we're making you believe that we're right.
Yeah, it's
Right.
demoralization.
Because like you look at these pride parades and you have like two twink guys and one's walking one on a dog leash. And I'm like, how the fuck is that like
Right.
anything to do with your pride for being like gay or whatever? It's just degenerative behavior, and it's a celebration of like, look, we could be degenerates and you have to accept us. It's like, no, we don't. For the same
Yeah.
reason we just shit on Glenn Greenwald. It's like, no, we don't.
Yeah, like I don't have to feel for you when you do humiliating stuff. Like even if my straight friends were walking around each other in like collars and shit, I'd be like, "Okay, don't fucking do that." Like if my daughter and I were walking out and I saw once again a gay couple doing that straight, I don't want to see like these public displays of degeneracy. Once again, if you like guys, that's fine. Keep it out of everybody's fucking face. I don't care. Nobody cares anymore. So like we don't need these giant flying dicks all around. Like my biggest thing is that like if your goal is to get people to accept this as normal, these pride parades are literally doing the exact opposite, because now you're blocking off city blocks and like you're going around, you're seeing flags everywhere. It's like I just people want to be left the fuck alone. People want to be able to afford to feed their kids and not have to worry about these stupid fucking culture war issues that just are constantly shoved in our face. Like just allow people to fucking live their own lives, leave people the fuck alone. And like, if you want to be gay, trans, whatever, I'm against it. I think it's weird, but if you're not so explicit about it and you pay your taxes, you act like a half a decent person, I can get over it. But like this pride stuff, I'm so fucking over it. There's so many people. I literally said on the status I shared today, I said, being gay isn't a personality or something worth celebrating. That's all I said. I didn't say it's bad. I didn't say anything.
Right.
People lost their
Of course.
ever-loving
Especially
mind.
Facebook, brother.
Yeah, but like I'm a mutual friend of my brother and I's. Well, this woman that my brother introduced me to, I don't know if you'd call us friends, but like we had a good talk after I put down my dog because she was there, and it was like a week after, and she was telling me about like we had a really good conversation. I thought we, cool, whatever. She commented on this as, oh, I can't, like, threw that in my face and like, oh, I can't believe you would say this. I thought, now I see how you think. It's like, wait, because we disagree on like pride parades, you're gonna like emotionally blackmail me? Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, this is just like dumb.
Yeah. It's again, it's not about like it's a cult, first of all. I mean, once you start taking the American flag down from like public institutions and replacing it with the pride flag, that's a cult. You're forcing me into a cult behavior that I don't agree with. Like we all don't agree with that shit. There, like that picture you just had up, there was like an interwoven flag with the American flag and the pride. They don't have the same values. Like again, we were based on a Christian European valued people. And I'm pretty sure they'd be like, what the fuck is this shit if we brought them out from the fucking grave? And was like, check out what they're doing down the block. And they're like, yo, we fucked up somewhere along the way. We got to go back. We got to fix it. It's that drives me crazy. These are the same exact fucking people who will also be like, get the Bible out of schools, or like, you can't have the 10 Commandments, but then they start hanging pride flags.
Yeah.
From like the school cafeteria, and you're like, what's the difference?
One standard will do just fine. And this is why, like, I'm not religious, right? But I say it all the time, like, you guys say like Christian nationalism is gonna be like the worst thing in the world, but like, I don't know, look around. Like, we have an open border, you have these pride flags flying everywhere. Granted, like a lot of the transforming children stuff seems to like now be out of like the popular lexicon, but like I can't think it would get much worse. Like, clearly that's like we're lacking order in society writ large because people are allowed to do shit like this. And like, I'm not even saying that people can't celebrate in their own home with people that share their values, but like, why does this have to be like a giant thing in a city where other people are just trying to get by and trying to do their own business? Why don't you just say like, hey, this is that bar for that? There's literally a gay bar down in Pittsburgh, and you wouldn't be able to tell from the outside looking in. I went into it once and walked right back out because I realized what it was. Like, go celebrate there. That's fine. But it doesn't need to be all of East Carson Street, because there's other people that just want to fucking go down there, get their lunch, go to their job, and keep on about their day. But like shit like this, just stop. Being gay isn't a personality. Like I don't know when exactly this was that all of a sudden people decided, oh yeah, being gay is like my whole thing. Like that's just your sexuality. Like I don't walk up to people and say, hi, I like vagina a lot. It's nice to meet you. Like we just don't do that. So why do people have to throw this out there? Because guess what? Like I said, nobody cares. Uh-oh. Sam, what are you doing?
I'm taking a nap.
All right. I'll check in
I
on
ate
the
too
chat.
much
If I could
cake.
pull up comments, I would.
feel
A beard like Kyle's doesn't lie. I do think my beard looks pretty good. I don't know. I'm thinking about keeping on growing it, but then I get the itch to get rid of it every here and there. Eddie Grimm, when we were playing the AI video, I could for sure fool my grandparents with that. If it wasn't the content, like Sam said earlier, I would have been fooled. Sam was probably eating ass again. Was a good joke. I can't read that one. I think I might get in trouble. Better not be have been the Robert Clemente Bridge. He wouldn't go for this ish. No, I don't think so either.
Completely crashed.
Okay, yeah. I figured.
No, there was Jay Forte put a good point about how like they'll try to guilt you into like what would Jesus do? That's the lefts, which are all pretty much like what's happening? I'm not even gonna ask, but Sam, they'll handpick Bible quotes but not finish the quote.
Mhm.
You know, so they'll be like, Jesus said, "Love everyone." I'm like, that's not really what he meant, though. You just heard what we say, and then you think that applies for like your bullshit degeneracy. And it's like, no, it doesn't. It's not at all what that means. Like, that's their go-to. They'll always be like, well, how about this quote? I'm like, finish the quote.
Yeah.
Finish the other part that doesn't apply to your narrative, and then you come back and fucking tell me. They do that shit all the fucking time. It's infuriating.
I have a friend, Ryan, who describes feminism as a tactic, not like a movement or anything like that. And basically, it's using men's goodwill and like men's drive to do certain things against them. And that's exactly what that is, that we're trying to use we're appealing to your morality so that way you'll do what I want. I'm going to find the Bible verses that I know I can bend to my narrative so that way you'll shut up and agree with me rather than no, like this isn't something I get to dictate. Like I was literally talking to Tommy Salmons. I was on his show right before we hopped on here. And there is like I'm a mechanic, right? When people call me and they're oh yeah, there we go. Sam's wore out from his pride celebration earlier today. Exactly. When people call me and ask for information about cars, I don't argue with me. That's my professional thing. Like I've been fixing cars for over a decade now. If there's one thing I'm an expert in, it's fucking fixing GM cars. So if I tell you something about a GM car, please shut the fuck up and listen.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, I wouldn't argue with you about writing jokes, right? Because you've been doing comedy for years. I may ask you, I mean, like push you. Yeah, I may push you a little bit to try and, see like the depth of your knowledge to understand where you're coming from. Right. But if you're telling me something about writing a joke, I'm going to shut the fuck up and listen because guess what? That's your expertise.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Like I'll tell my wife that I'm like, why don't you just listen to the person who knows what they're fucking talking about with things? It's like, I don't know how to fix a fucking sink. So if the guy's like, yeah, do this, I'm like,
that's sexist.
I'll be like, yeah, sure. That guy probably is right. What am I going to say to that guy, to the plumber who I've never fixed a fucking thing in my life? It's like, there's that meme out there where it's like, no, I'm not Christian, but I'm going to try to use Christ against you to get to my point. It's like, that's what they do.
Exactly.
I'm like, I don't know. That might work on people who are mentally retarded, but that doesn't work on me or most of us at all because we see right through it. It's like, I'm not going to fall for your shit. And like Keebler said, he's like, Jesus would literally talk you out of trying to be gay, but they don't want to hear that. Like he was openly anti-degeneracy in his time frame of being alive. And they were just like, he said, love everybody. He's like, yeah, don't kill people for being a certain, that's not what he's, yes, he's not advocating for you killing somebody, but that doesn't mean he's like, oh, you want to fuck that fucking sea otter? go nuts. You know,
Yeah.
you do you. It's like, no, dude. He was advocating for like living the straight edge life in a sense, and like, you know, appeal to God. You know, give yourself to God. Don't be a fucking degenerate. That's literally the whole thing with him and the whore Mary, right? Where it's like he's like, hey, have you tried not being a whore?
Mary Magdalene, to be clear, for those who don't know.
Yeah, not his mother. Yeah, like, have you tried not doing that? Because we should talk about you not doing that, and that was his whole thing. It's not like he befriended a whore like high five. You go, boss girl, queen. Like, yes, you know, like it wasn't that, but they'll take it as that because it fits their fucking narrative perfectly.
I
Yeah.
wonder what Jesus would think about OnlyFans.
Good commentary, Sam. Thanks.
Yeah.
Riveting commentary.
Where was I going with that? I remember, I think it was in the Orthodox Bible, they talk about, and maybe there's just a different story that I'm thinking of, but there's a specific guy who used to drink like 15 drinks a day or something like that, and he would get annihilated all the time. And then by the time he died, he was down to 10. And someone asked like why they celebrated that, but they didn't understand that like throughout the course of his lifetime, he drank less and less and less and was getting better because he was improving his relationship with Christ throughout his entire life. And I think that's kind of like I remember seeing Jason Whitlock, who like I don't really know anything about the guy. I'm sure that I would probably disagree with him on some stuff, but like I remember he was kind of asking about Glenn Greenwald and like asking for people's opinions on it. And I remember him saying that like, no, I pray for Glenn Greenwald to improve his relationship with God and basically not cure his homosexuality, but like that he repents for it. Right. And once again, I'm not here to morally judge people in that situation. I don't think even like religious people are sitting here saying like, you're a bad person for this. It's just more of like, I think you're living in sin because this isn't the way that God intended you to live.
It's just that
Yeah.
So
today
we're hoping that
people
you
think of it
improve.
as an identity and not in action, but it's an action. Like people say, oh, I am gay, I was born this way, so like this is what I'm going to do. But really it's like there's lots of actions that gay or straight or whatever you shouldn't do.
Right. He is right. Like the whole thing is
And
like,
it's not
I
an
don't know if
identity.
you're born
Like they
gay.
made it one, but it doesn't have to be.
Like, I mean, when you see, like, I guess a lot of it comes back to like, was a child raped as a kid by like an adult too, and does that make them go a certain way? But there's some pretty flamboyant little kids out there who are like 5 and they have like that gay lisp, and you're like, well, that's probably inherent to his DNA somehow, you know. So even if you are, let's just say blanket, you're born gay. Well, then your job is to be celibate because you shouldn't be having sex with dudes' butts. Like you could, if you're born gay, fine, but then you don't get to live. It's like a pedo, right? It's like, oh, I was born to be attracted to children. Okay, well, if you do that, you should be swinging from a light pole. You know, it's like then you don't get to act on that. You just get to
It's not
shut the fuck up.
Just like that, though. Let's be clear. Like,
No, but I'm making it just a broad
no,
example.
I know. I'm just making sure that it is a comparison that makes sense. But obviously, gay people shouldn't be swinging from a light pole. But pedos,
It's not what I said.
PDFs should. I know. That's not what you said or meant.
But it's like that. It's like you're just meant to live in God's image and word, which is like, yeah, don't fuck. And like then they'll come back with like, well, you shouldn't have sex before marriage. It's like, yeah, technically you shouldn't. You know, we shouldn't. Like that's part of what. But I did, of course. you know, we all fucking did.
Either.
Yeah, exactly. Which
Pornographies.
I don't do either of those things. But like, but the good thing about that is I get to go to I get to atone for my sins. I can just go. I had sex for marriage. Sorry, I regret it. Which I do regret a lot of that, by the way. Like a lot of my old life, like when you're a kid and you don't really give a shit and you're not like super close to God or the message or anything like that, which I wasn't when in my early 20s, especially like living as a cop, doing crazy shit, like you know, just fucking feel invincible, balls to the wall, nothing could kill you. Yeah, I did a lot of regrettable shit. But as you get older, you just kind of go like, that was wrong, and I genuinely am like sorry for what I've done in my past.
Mm. Yeah, I think the only nuance I kind of wrestle with there is that sometimes I think it takes those experiences to to kind of get you to where you're at. And, maybe it's not necessarily true for every person, but I think it does seem like a lot of people generally start off on the wrong foot, but then kind of find their way in the later years. And, there's definitely some people who live pretty straight and narrow life throughout their entire life, but like those people seem to be the exceptions. And, I once again, I'm not really qualified to really speak on how people should live in their relationship with God because I'm not religious. I'm far too ignorant of religion to comment seriously on it. But like, it does seem like a lot of people typically make things right as they get older. And this is kind of like the faith I have, and like the culture that we have here in the West is that generally the men who want to make their decisions right will, and the people who don't will just kind of, live as bums for the rest of their lives. But I think like our kind of guys, they're going to be fine. Like we will make our decisions right.
Yeah. I mean, we're like, I'm 38. You ever talk to a 28-year-old? They're retarded still. And like, they're almost 30. From me to 28 to 38 is a major, major difference. Honestly, it's just, I think you gotta have lived experience and just take a shit ton of lumps.
My lived experience. Yeah. Adam's celebrating Pride Month, talking about his lived experience. You're gay.
Also not what I said. I said you have to live experience. You have to have lived experience in life, which we all do, and just take your lumps and just fucking move on and be like, oh, all right. Like it makes you better when you correct that. If you just keep doing heroin, after your life falls apart, it's like, I don't know, man, you're never gonna get it. Like, at what point do you stop? That's the other thing too, is people be like, oh, did you hear so and so? He's off heroin. I'm like, he never should have been on heroin.
Yeah,
that's not like a thing where it's good. Like, oh, I didn't know this wasn't good for me.
Yeah,
it's like it's like, why would you start with that? Well, I had pain, bro. We all have fucking pain. I'm not gonna start doing heroin. It's like such a fucking cop out excuse a lot of times.
Victim blaming right now.
Good. I want it.
They deserve it.
They deserve it. Yeah. They deserve it.
Yeah. When you hear about stuff like that, I always like, and like even when people start sparking out about like the fentanyl stuff, my perspective on that has always been that like, why don't the people who are taking fentanyl, they have no agency? Like, I don't think anybody takes fentanyl and thinks like, oh yeah, this is great for me. Like you said, people are in pain, but like, okay, so you're going to take a drug that might kill you. And to be absolutely clear, if there's someone lacing fentanyl into other drugs like marijuana or something like that, I don't like smoking weed either. But like, if you're lacing drugs and you're selling it under the guise of not having something in it, you put fentanyl in it, then yeah, you should absolutely have the book thrown at you. You should be thrown into prison for life for attempted murder. But like, if
that's
just
what was happening with the cocaine stuff, though.
Yeah,
that's what people are like on, like a lot more with the like risky of taking coke, because you're like, well, where did this come from? Because back in the day, coke was just coke. Now they're like, we're gonna cut it with fentanyl because it's cheaper. We're gonna fucking, and then people OD from that. Like they don't even know they're taking it. So yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah, but the overall point is that like those people have agency. They say 300,000 people a year, which is just wrong. I think it's like 150,000 people a year who die from fentanyl overdoses, which once again, one's too many, but these people do have agency and they chose to take that. And it's tragic, but that is what it is. It's not some giant conspiracy. These people have agency. They made a bad decision, and it's absolutely tragic. And we should do our best to educate people. And also, hopefully their locale makes their lives good enough that they don't want to do that.
Yeah. Even same thing with people who like overuse like steroids and stuff like that. Like some people at the gym, you see them and like especially women, like your face physically, I know we talked about this a few weeks ago. It's like your face physically changed. Like the muscle structure and bones in your face. And like, that's fucked. Like you're fucked. Like unless you get major plastic surgery, you're fucked. I don't feel bad for you because you wanted to look super jacked at the beach in your 30s. Like that's the risk you fucking take, dude. Like weigh those options out. Don't want to have my body fucked up forever to look good for a little bit, or just try it and just lose weight and work out like naturally. I don't feel bad for you.
And then you can be super jacked like me.
Totally. Absolutely.
Why is gay?
Why is gay okay? I mean, I genuinely think like that slippery slope shit is real.
Yes.
Like it is real. I'm over believing that like I know Kyle, you said earlier, like, oh, what you do in your own house is your own. I'm like, that is true. But like, I still don't think you should do it. I still think it contributes negatively to society overall.
Yeah, that's fair.
They made
It
gay
leaks out.
marriage legal, and then 5 years later, there were drag queens reading books
Right.
to kids in public
Oh
libraries.
yeah. So like, I guess to make it clear, I'm not for gay marriage, but like, as far as like gay people who want to cohabitate, I think it's weird no matter what. But at a certain point, I think, and maybe this is where maybe you're right in the slippery slope aspect. I think people in their own home, it's like, okay, well, how far are we willing to go to kind of stamp this stuff out? Because there are some people that argue like, no, we should stop that at all costs. It's like, okay, well, what is the reasonable amount of resources that you're willing to spend to stamp out stuff like that? Because to me, it seems unreasonable to go into people's homes and stop a gay couple from being a gay couple. And I'm not saying you're making this argument, but I know other people do. That to me seems unnecessary, and I'm not quite that concerned about it. And maybe I'll change my mind over time. Maybe I'll decide that, yeah, I do think that's reasonable to stop any kind of degeneracy like that. But I think as long as we're not to the point of pride flags and drag queen story hour, which we are at that point, obviously.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We're already there.
yeah.
It's like, and you know how hard it is to take things back.
Yes.
Like it's
Yeah.
not, because even my wife the other day, she goes, all this pride stuff. She's like, Trump won. She's like, why is this still a thing? And I'm like, babe, it's not going back. Like you're not gonna lose it ever. Like once you get it, you got it. Yes, it might be like, again, like I said earlier, like yes, less corporations are putting in their bios and shit like that, but it's not going away. And especially people are gonna fight it extra hard who are already pro it because of a fuck Trump, fuck the right wing take. So they're gonna go even harder and try to make it more publicly heard. So it's like, I'm like, you're never losing it. It's once you got it, you got it. It's way harder to take things away than it is to let things happen in the first place. So
yeah,
it's like,
I mean, we always talk, and as much I hate when people say the vibe shift, but like the people that are underneath Trump are a lot more radical than him in this respect, because as I said earlier, he's the first openly pro-gay president.
Wasn't Obama?
No.
Well, no, I know he didn't run on it, but then once he was in office,
yeah, I mean, once he was in office,
right?
But like,
I mean,
in
he
like
signed the bill, but
Right.
he didn't write the bill.
yeah, but like
Right.
Trump was the first president to ever run in his first term to be
Right.
an
Okay.
pro-gay president, and then plus, there were statements of him saying that he'll, protect the LGBTQ community and all this stuff. Like, he's really kind of steeped in a lot of this progressive culture stuff.
Yeah,
And I don't think
Well,
he's like
a
necessarily a big
90s
promoter.
liberal.
Exactly. He's not like a big promoter of it, but he's kind of accepting of it, if you will. So like the people underneath him, like I think a JD Vance is probably more culturally conservative than Trump is,
for sure.
but not Trump himself. So depending how the next 4 years go, which it's up in the air, day by day, like we get some victories, we get some L's. I think if people's lives materially don't get better over the next 2 years, I think it's going to be President AOC or whoever the Democrats are. And I really don't think I don't think AOC will win a national election. But I could be wrong too. And I don't know who else the Democrats have really sitting on the bench that could do anything.
I mean, did you just see they hired the fat chick to try to attract more young men? It's like, but this is like, I know we shit on it all the time, but genuinely, how did they get in a fucking room together and was like, what's going to attract young dudes who love to work out and play sports? This fat fucking Mexican chick.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. And she's not even fat. She's like morbidly obese.
Morbidly obese.
Oh, she's enormous. It's kind of crazy because like, at least with and not that I'm throwing any credit in Kamala's direction, but like that man, whatever the fuck that commercial was where they had all those dudes supporting Kamala. Yeah.
Wait. The comment. The Dems just locked in the black vote for a generation. Maybe that's really what this was about.
They already have it, though. They already have it. They're not trying to get that vote. They're trying to get
That's
the fucking
pretty
young
funny.
white
They're
dude
losing
vote.
it.
Yeah.
Not, yeah.
Or,
Still.
okay. Tweet.
Oh,
or,
yeah. Thanks, Luke.
Yeah. What, elaborate on that.
You're a Star Wars guy. You know the Rancor pit.
Yeah, of course.
I said her first order of business is gonna capture young conservative men and put them in the Rancor pit for her entertainment because she's Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, get me Solo and
Yeah.
the Wookiee.
Give me Solo and the Wookiee.
We tried to get her to talk to 4 fraternities in Austin, and obviously, 4 fraternities at UT Austin and Texas A&M, and obviously they got turned down. And my point was that, like, if they had just gone with Natalie Winters instead.
Well, yeah,
Natalie
she's not
Winters is
blonde,
right.
dude.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Well, like
Exactly. But, like, if they had went that route, like,
they don't have them.
yeah, the point I was thinking
AOC's
about.
hot.
No,
Yeah.
she's not. No, she's not.
She is.
No, she's
she
not.
is.
I don't think
AOC
she's
is hot.
ugly, but I don't think she's hot either.
Thank you.
AOC is
Yes,
hot.
Kyle.
You guys
Kyle's
are wrong.
correct. No,
AOC is hot.
no, she's not. She has 2, dude. She looks like Sid the Sloth from fucking Ice Age. Her eyes are so
Is
far wide apart.
AOC hot.
Who are you talking? Who is that?
The comments.
putting
What do
that
you
into?
mean?
Oh.
Our listeners. What are you talking
She's
about?
not-
You think we're just here shooting the shit for no reason?
Kind
Is
of.
AOC hot?
Jeez. By the way, guys, like this video. Please like this fucking video. We do
Do
not
it.
get pushed in the algorithm. Like the fucking video. Thank you.
Oh yeah, subscribe
yeah.
in comments below and
the-
tell us if AOC is hot.
That Kamala
answer is
Harris
yes.
ad. Yeah, that Kamala Harris ad. At least they had like some dudes in there that like you could look at them and like if they didn't say they were voting for Kamala, you'd be like, oh yeah, I'd like go have a beer with these dudes. Like they at least look like dudes. Maybe
Right.
not all of them, but like at least that's somewhat close. But you're gonna get some fat Latina Gorgoth the Destroyer looking bitch. to
Torta
fucking-
the Destroyer.
Yeah, to fucking reach
Gorlock.
out to men.
Show respect,
No,
Kyle.
Torta is the Mexican American term for a fat chick.
Oh,
You
is it really?
uncultured fuck.
Is it really?
Yes, torta. It's a type of Mexican.
Oh, Torta.
sandwich.
Yeah, okay. I thought you said Gorlock.
Torta.
I was like, no way. But even Kyle, even that ad
Torta.
when they try to get a bunch of dudes to be like, oh, I'm a man. Remember how we all made fun of it when it came out because one guy was sitting like this. He's like,
Mm.
I'm gonna vote for. It's like, dude, you take dick. Shut up.
Yeah.
Poll
You're
in the
not-
comments, is AOC hot? You guys aren't taking this show seriously enough.
I don't know who like you can't really think on the political left and think of anybody that like you would think has a Jesus is like a man's man like nobody that you'd want to sit down and have a beer with. But like to be clear, I don't look at the Daily Wire guys and think like they're manly men. Like
I don't either.
Matt Walsh has a beard, but he also looks like if he got his hands dirty, he would probably cry for the next hour. Ben Shapiro is
Well,
Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least
But-
Matt Walsh has like a hot wife and like 6 kids, and like so like there's yes.
Yeah.
I don't think he's like a fighter. Like I think
Yeah.
if you press Matt Walsh, you could bully him. Like for
Exactly.
sure.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
but like at least with like JD Vance is relatable because like you see the way that he talks, and I remember he who the hell did he call out? Oh, he was talking about the people who like followed him around protesting, and he said you're a shit person if you protest somebody like with their kids. And I'm like, oh, that's relatable. Like people don't want to be bothered when they're walking around with their kids. And I saw Kim Iverson, who I generally actually like. I remember her almost defending it. Yeah. Yeah.
Abby Shapiro.
But her she was almost defending it, saying like, oh well, you're the vice president. It's like, yeah, but like show respect for people. Like, if you see somebody with their fucking kids, leave them the fuck
Yeah.
alone. Like I don't think that's too much to ask
Oh
for.
shit! That reminds me, we didn't even talk about this either. There, the guy who threw Molotov cocktails at the Jewish thing.
Oh yeah.
last night or yesterday afternoon. Like that was pretty crazy.
False
And again,
flag.
all probably, but also they were like, oh, there were kids hurt. If you take your kid to a rally, protest, march, you should lose your rights as a parent. That's not for kids. Like none of that shit's for kids. So kids got hurt, which is terrible. But you're a piece of shit parent for taking your kid to a fucking rally. Like
I don't think
violence
anybody
could break out of
expected
this.
that to happen.
That's not the point. It's happened before.
I mean, but like just because it's a demonstration, like most protests like that don't turn into a riot or violence.
There is enough of a mark of shit goes down at rallies in the last 10 years where you shouldn't bring your kid to this shit, and especially anything politically motivated, because you know what could happen. a shooting, apparently a Molotov cocktail bombing. A guy runs his fucking car through a crowd of people. It's happened multiple times.
I don't know. I
What do you
don't.
mean you don't know. I'm not making this up.
Because it's like, no, I get it. I know it's happened, but like you could say the same thing about a bunch of other things. Like it's not. I don't think it's that common, especially for like like
look
a
at all these
protest in an
pride
affluent
parades.
community.
People are bringing their fucking children. What was the one
Okay, well,
guy? a
that
super
yeah.
right wing guys like, you know what? I had enough. I'm fucking going to town on this
Hmm.
pride parade. Now kids get killed because you want to fucking indoctrinate your child into some bullshit fantasy world. It's like that's not for children. Protest all that shit, not for kids. That's for adults who want to throw themselves at the chance again. Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
the guy
and he-
gave up so easily too. The cops were like, get
That-
on the ground. He's like, all right. Like, he
That
just
guy
laid
did-
down.
They said he was a Muslim. That dude, someone said he might be Turkish, but like, he didn't really look like a Muslim to me. Like,
He didn't look
was-
white.
I thought he was a white guy.
He
Yeah,
was not
he
a white guy.
was.
No,
Are
he
you
was
sure?
not. Yeah, his
Dude.
name is like Mohammed something.
Hold on. But did you see the picture of this dude? Hold
Yeah,
on.
I saw the video. He does not look white.
You're telling me
He looked like a light skinned Middle Eastern person.
Hold on. Pull that up. Pull that shit up, James.
Pull up his fucking
Damn, look at
Oh.
this.
Okay, that was funny.
All right,
Absolute
that's pretty good.
milk truck, dude.
Yeah, that
Oh my
actually is
God.
crazy. That's real.
I'm pretty sure that this is this picture AI.
No,
Look at those chicks on
I
the
don't
right.
think so.
Like,
No,
I
no,
don't
I
know.
think it's real.
yeah, I think this is old. This is like older news. This is like before all the
Okay.
AI
From-
shit.
It's from an account called Femboy Firearms. Maybe they are
The-
enlarged.
Who
the
cares?
Khazarian milkers. Yeah, I think they're probably enlarged.
Pull up the guy's
I-
mugshot.
yeah.
Here, hold on.
Okay, yeah.
No, I'm- what?
But like this picture, I'm just saying the picture that I
Get rid of
saw
this.
and I put up, yeah, like that looks like
that
a
looks
fucking
like
white,
a white guy.
No, it doesn't.
You're telling me
Genuinely,
that
I'm not-
doesn't look like a white guy?
No,
Dude,
you
I
could
mean-
tell. No,
That. What do you mean? Like that
What do
guy
you mean?
looks what?
I just
white,
explained it. I said he looks
No,
like a
I get it.
light-skinned Middle Eastern man.
But a Middle Eastern people are Caucasian, so like it makes sense.
No, they're
He
not.
would look. Yes, they literally are Caucasian.
No, that's like
You
when
don't
Indians
know
try
what
to say they're
a
more
Caucasian-
Aryan than we are.
hold on. Adam,
What?
pull up the
They're-
mugshot because maybe I'll
What do
agree
you
with
think
but, like,
Caucasian means?
I don't know, Sam. I'm not a fucking loser like you. Pull up the big tits again while I look at the mugshot.
okay, yeah, there we go.
Mug.
Yeah, his face isn't white, but like he looked like a white dude to me. So I know his name is like super Muslim, but I'm just saying he looked like your average fucking 40-year-old dude who grills burgers and cuts grass with the New Balances.
Okay, hold on. Fuck, Jesus.
He's
That
a
man's
swarthy
from
white. I bet.
Caucasus and has his credit score of 730.
This is too much. This is what we need a behind the scenes person. Jesus Christ. Okay. Here. Remove the tits. Shit. No.
Dude,
Shit.
you put them up.
I know. Shut up. That guy
Okay.
looks fucking white. You stop with the
Nice.
fucking.
Look
yeah,
at
they are
that.
nice. But go back to the thing.
Perfect. I'm gonna marry a Jewish chick.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
All right.
That
yes,
guy
that dude
looks-
does look Middle Eastern.
Yes.
But you're telling me that first picture or that first picture of him
Yes. I
staying
could tell
shirtless-
right away he wasn't a white dude.
No, I'm saying
He
with
looks
that
like a
picture, he didn't
Cuban
look
to
wh-
me.
He looked
He
pretty
doesn't
white
look
in that
white, is
picture.
my point. It doesn't
But
matter
in this
if he looks
picture,
like
yes.
Cuban.
In this picture, I agree with you.
Yeah.
The only workout for men to fall over 60.
Yeah. I just don't. I don't see it. I never saw it. I was like, this guy's some sort of Middle Eastern something, throwing some fucking good old Molotovs around, which is also, I feel like, a Middle Eastern thing. Throw a Molotov cocktail somewhere.
I feel like it's literally a Russian thing.
That's kind of close.
Dude, what do you think Molotov means? You don't know what Caucasian means. You don't know what Molotov means.
Sorry, Sam. Some of us got pussy in life. We're too busy playing sports and banging chicks.
I probably banged more chicks than you.
I doubt it.
What's your number?
What's your number?
You first. I asked
You first.
Now I will tell you if mine's above or below yours.
No, I don't
promise.
believe you. You're gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie because I would lie, but I'm telling you I'm not gonna lie, so I'm not gonna lie. Adam, what's your number?
Okay, I had a good run on back to Staten Island before I got. This is all before I was married.
Okay.
This is all I had a good run. I had a good run in my early 20s.
I literally don't know what you're gonna say. So it could go either way, but I know my
I'm
numbers.
telling
so go
you,
ahead.
it's in the 70s.
Oh, lower.
Holy
Oh my
fuck.
god.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Jesus, yeah, you
Yeah.
really fucking hit it.
Yeah.
What is wrong
Staten
with
Island
you?
was full of whores. It was very easy. It's not because I'm
Man,
good at
rock
it.
and roll.
It's just because it's easy. Just to clarify, it wasn't like I was some
Ew.
suave motherfucker. It's just you pick up some whore at a bar at like 3 a.m. It was very fucking easy.
How many STDs do you have?
Zero.
Oh,
It's
Yeah,
yeah.
lower.
Actually, Eddie Grimm said it. It's an island full of wops. He's not wrong. It was very easy.
Waff on
Very
waff.
easy.
nice.
All right, that's a little less of an appealing angle.
Yeah, it's the profile. It takes it away from me.
I like it. That's not a profile.
Yeah, she's facing the side.
It's like 45 degrees.
Jesus, I'm gonna fucking fight you.
You're wrong about everything.
I am wearing a Nine Inch Nails shirt. Shout out to Nine Inch Nails. Thanks, Rex.
I'm pretty sure that one was fake, by the way.
Probably. But yeah, so fuck you, Sam. Piece of
Eh.
shit. I told you. Yeah, and your little fucking wasp fucking shitty Connecticut town. You didn't have much of Italian whores. They were
What?
willing to
No,
bang.
I literally no. There are Italians all over.
Not real
Where I'm-
ones. Those aren't real Italians, Sam.
What? No, none of them are real Italians.
Real
We live
Italians are in
America.
Staten Island, New York, and New Jersey.
Oh my
That's
god,
it. The
real
rest
Italians are in
fucking-
Italy, dumbass.
Nah.
I'm from Connecticut. It's the tri-state area. It's the same ones.
Mm-mm.
Eastern Connecticut, so less so. But no, we're full of Italians and Irish.
Then where were
It's
you?
nothing but
Where were you
mix and
cleaning
wops,
up?
dude.
Where you couldn't clean up the Italian broads?
No, I
That's fine.
was, but not to the
Mm.
level of that. That's insane.
We were
No,
more
my-
at a clustered center.
My
in-
high
in
school
Staten Island.
girlfriends were Italian and Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. What?
Okay. Cool for you.
That's it.
I've never had sex with an Asian chick.
Neither have I.
I have.
Damn.
It's the only race.
How'd
I
that go?
haven't, Actually,
That was weird.
You know, she had a very nice rack, but her
Really? That's a rare thing for Asian chicks.
Oh yeah, I mean, she wasn't like Asian. You could blind her with dental floss, but she was Asian. Like her mom was Asian.
she was
But yeah,
Asian, half white, half Asian.
I think her. I don't know. I never met her dad. I only
White
met her
and
mom.
Asian is the hottest mix on the planet.
Yeah, well, she had a nice rack, but didn't give a good blowjob.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sam, you might be right.
What?
What you just said.
White and Asian? Yeah. hell
Yeah, you might be right.
And then there's some like, Hispanic mixes because their stuff gets all mixed up. Like,
Yeah, I
With
used to
different
fuck
races.
this chick, and she was half Italian, half Puerto Rican, and she gave just the toothiest of blowjobs, and
okay.
it just hurt every single time. I'd just be like, okay, I'm like, ow.
Yeah, thank you, but
yeah. That shit sucks.
That reminds me of AOC again.
She probably gives a toothy blowjob. Actually.
Oh, gabagool, the Giants, New York Giants. Whoa, where's the pizza? That's you.
Yeah, I had sex with those chicks who sounded like that. Yeah,
Oh my God, stuff my face with Pepperidge Farm. That was me.
that was Boston.
No, I know. I'm from outside of Boston.
Yeah, I know. Gay.
The other side. I'm not close enough that people had accents. You know what's the worst? Rhode Island accents. They're like Boston accents, but like
Yeah, I've been
with
there.
a dick in your mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like how the Spanish in Spain speak Spanish, like with a lisp. It's kind of like that's the American version of that. Yeah, I'm not an accent guy.
No, I got a little bit of the
Mm.
Pittsburgh accent. If I get drunk, then you can hear it a little bit more. But yeah,
My wife was born in Pittsburgh, but she moved out to like Bucks County when she was like 3.
Mhm.
But I still think that 3 years there, when she was hearing people talk around her, there's words that she says it's very Pittsburgh. Not like overall, but there's Kyle, say the word TOWEL.
Towel.
Yep. See how there's no W? You don't pronounce the W.
Wow.
You
Yeah,
say
towel.
towel. That's
Yeah,
how she
towel.
says it. And it
Washer.
drives me crazy.
Yeah, Towling, with a Worcester,
Shouldn't say that.
Gumband.
How do you okay?
Jens
How do you pronounce C? This might just be a speech impediment. How do you pronounce COLOR?
Color?
Okay, she says Keller. Like
Oh,
Helen
I know.
Keller.
I know a lot of people that say it that way.
It's bro.
That
That and
drives me
towel.
nuts.
I want to strangle everyone around me when she
There
says
was-
like that.
There was a okay. all
Jill-
right.
Okay, how do you say? Yeah, yes, she has big tits. She's ugly though. It's
How
two
do you
different
say
things.
big booty Latina?
Ask Alex Stein. How do you pronounce ORANGE?
Orange?
Okay, that's a very normal way to say it. She
Okay.
says, and this might again, tell me if this is the Pittsburgh thing. She says Arninge.
No, I've never heard.
Okay,
anybody
so then
say that.
she's just slow. Okay, that's
I
fine.
think your wife just may be retarded.
She might be. Oh, she's a woman, so that's already some points.
Yeah. My wife doesn't have like a lot of the Pittsburgh accent. My uncle, my dispatcher at my last job, he had the most Pittsburgh of Pittsburgh accents ever. Hey, you want to go to downtown there? What
Down-
about
yeah,
you-
down,
you,
yeah.
you go get you go get some French fries and that.
Yeah,
yeah.
the
there's-
Pittsburgh lingo is wild.
Yeah, it's so crazy because literally, like, I don't know of any other cities in the United States that has a specific like accent and words to the degree that like Pittsburgh does. There's a you
agree
can
with
find
you.
on YouTube, but there's a guy called the Pittsburgh Dad, and he kind of like embodies a lot of these stereotypes. It's pretty awesome, actually.
I mean, some of the strongest accents in the country are like a hardcore Boston accent, like
yes,
hack, like they,
Yeah.
they sound like Mars Attacks aliens speaking,
Mm.
like with the, like,
Oh, dude, I found a picture of your wife.
she's much thinner than that.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
What a dig!
I felt bad immediately. For those listening,
She is
it's,
retarded though, so I
it's
mean, what am I gonna say?
Yeah, it's Cartman when he joins the Special Olympics on South Park. I
Yeah,
apologize for
it's
who I
fine.
am
That was
as a
funny.
person.
Yeah, I mean, even like some New York, like I don't really have it. I kind of lost it over the years, but like there's older videos of me that you could like hear come out. And if I go back, like it will come out naturally.
Right. Yeah.
Mm.
Kyle back in the day, I mean, Adam back in the day was like, oh, gabagool. Give me the pizza pie. That was you.
You sound like a shitty impression of Mario.
Yeah.
what you
That's
sound
how
like.
you sounded. Thank you for telling me I got it spot on.
Oh.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Woo!
Pie.
Ding ding ding. That's every time I ate, it made the coin noise.
Yeah.
Do turtle shells for fun. That's what we use for kickballs. Turtle shells in Staten Island.
Hmm.
Because they stuck a bunch of wops and Polskis and blacks in a city surrounded by Amish and Pennsylvania Dutch. Of course, the language is screwed.
I think I've told this story before, but like on, and not an accent, but like regional names for stuff. In New England, we call a liquor store, like where you get alcohol, a packy, short for package store. So
Oh,
I was in
I've
the
heard
UK.
that. Yeah.
I was in the UK and I was asking my friends there if they wanted to go hit the packy, which means go get alcohol, but they just thought that I wanted to go commit a hate crime.
Nice.
Because packy
Based.
is like the N word there. And they were like, what? And I was like, well, go to the packy and get some beer. And they're like, what are you talking about? I doubled down, as you do.
Yeah.
What's up,
I
enchiladas?
want you guys to see if you can answer this question. Do you guys know what Rex is talking about here when he says BEC/SPK? Do you know what that is?
No idea.
No.
Kyle, want to take a shot?
I'm too New England for this New York crap. Is that like another name for gabagool?
Because
No. Nope. It's food related. I'll give you that hint. It's a food related item. Anybody in
I'm
the
not
chat
sure.
too, if you guys could decipher this, this is a very New York thing.
Pittsburgh.
I swear.
It's
Go ahead.
it's bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup,
Okay.
which is very, very peak New York City breakfast meal. So
Okay,
good.
Do you guys do fried like skillet fried muffins?
No.
I mean, I've had them before. They're good.
So Pittsburgh
I found out that
has-
was a New England thing. when
Yeah.
my girlfriend tried to order one in Florida, and the person
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
that's-
"What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, I guess that's a New England thing." And then I explained what it was, and she was like, "Oh my god, that sounds good." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, they're amazing." With butter.
Pittsburgh thing, and it's mainly from Permane Brothers, is fries on
Bob's.
burgers and fries on salads.
Fries on burgers makes sense. Fries on salads just sounds like a fat person trying to hide being fat. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That's insane. I'm also surprised like poutine isn't more popular in America. It's like
There's
You
some
can get it
here,
in
but not
northern
a
New
lot.
England.
Yeah.
yeah, but like it's
Which
you
is,
would think
like,
it's more
obviously-
like it really is everything we like as America, like fries, cheese, gravy. It's like things that we like as Americans. It just really doesn't really take
Yeah.
off here.
Dude, no
unless
one
you
eats
think of it.
scrapple outside of like Pennsylvania and New Jersey.
Scrapple's good. I had it
Oh,
when
I did
moved
have
out
a guy I used to live with in college who ate scrapple all the time.
here. Yeah, that I never heard of it when I was in New York until I met my wife. She's like, "You ever have scrapple?" I was like, "Are you making up a thing? Like, what
Yeah,
is
it doesn't
that?"
stretch into New York. I only know because
It's
my
good.
family's from Philly.
It is good though.
I've been eating it my whole life. I love it.
It is.
I
it's
made
good.
it for a Muslim guy once who was going to Yukon from Azerbaijan, and I was very clear with him. I'm like, dude, this is not halal. And he's like, yeah, I know. I'll eat halal in Azerbaijan, but we're in America. And I was like, yeah, USA. Gabagool.
Yep. Yeah, New Jersey's big on the pork roll. I'm not a huge fan of the pork roll. I'm a bacon, egg, and cheese guy myself.
No, I'm not
Hoagies
big
are
on any of
awesome.
that.
Freaking
There's a lot of regional foods. There's too many fucking regional foods
a
too.
lot of regional foods.
Like,
It
you
sucks.
ever try to have like a Philly cheesesteak like outside of this area? Like, it's not as good.
No, it's
Okay.
not.
Yeah. I mean, we have Penn Station around here. Penn Station is fucking incredible.
What's that?
Penn Station is like a Philly chain. Like
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good though. So
Dude,
fucking
they don't
good.
even make a good cheesesteak in Scranton.
Yeah, they don't. Even by me and Bucks, which is the fucking right under Philly, is like hit or miss. You got to find a good
Yeah.
spot.
Also, northeastern Pennsylvania, Scranton area has the worst pizza, like worse pizza than like Minnesota or North Carolina. It's insane. It's terrible.
Rex is right with this. Bacon, egg, and
called
cheese
Old
like
Forge.
pizza gets progressively worse the further you get from New York City. It's so fucking true, dude.
But look, but that's the thing. Northeastern Pennsylvania, very close to New York City. Okay, you go to New York, you go to Jersey, you go to Connecticut, you get the best pizza in the country, in the world, really. But
Yeah.
northeastern Pennsylvania, right outside of New York City, worse pizza than anywhere else in the country I've ever lived. Absolutely garbage. Garbage.
Keebler
This is
said
what
you
it
ever
looks like.
never been to Altoona. I think I brought this up in the podcast before. Altoona pizza. Yeah, it looks like shit. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
Altuna's about that's about
That's
like
not the
an
Altoona pizza. No, what Altoona does, Kyle, is they have pizza, which probably isn't good, and they put Kraft single cheddar cheese slices on top
Oh.
of it, melt it.
Yeah, Altoona's only like an hour and a half from me. We play out there occasionally, and yeah, it's kind of a shithole.
Oh,
yelling
the
at me?
authority is I'm from New York
What
and I could tell. And
authority?
I've been to Minnesota and I had their pizza. Guess what? Not
I
that
lived in Minnesota and I'm from Connecticut, so I'm an authority on pizza in
Yeah.
Minnesota. Yes,
Sorry,
that's
you
the
you guys
authority.
lose. Sam, I
Sorry.
have to agree with Sam on this. We are the authority on pizza here. No one
People
else.
from
Sorry, I'll
Connecticut,
fight
New
you.
York, and New Jersey are the authorities on pizza.
That's how it
That's-
goes.
That's how it works, man.
Philadelphians are the authority on cheesesteaks.
Absolutely.
Californians and Mexicans. Californians and Texans are good on the authority on like
Tacos.
tacos and shit. South,
Not really Texas though. Tex-Mex is not as
true.
good as
You're right. True.
California or Florida even.
Texas and the South, though, that's barbecue's their thing. They're the authority on that. Like, you know, that's how it goes. It's regional.
Yeah. By
You
the
guys
way,
got
the
fucking
pizza,
cheese curds or whatever.
Minnesota. Look, cheese curds are great, but you Vikings don't know how to make a pizza. But amazingly, you're better than Scranton, northeastern Pennsylvania. You missed the pizza when you were in CT in
Like
Groton.
Stephen
So
Miller.
in southeastern Connecticut, where I'm from, I'm from like across the water from Groton. That is usually we have Italian style pizza as well, and New Haven style, obviously, but that's Greek or New England style pizza, which is my favorite style of pizza that I grew up on. But Italian is like Italian / New York style.
Rex, we
is
agree.
Number 2.
Rex, we agree on the bacon, egg, and cheese. What are you talking about? I'm with you. Bacon, egg, and cheese fucking rules. Every time I go back to New York, I get one.
Y'all didn't go to the right gas station then? You are offending me and my culture right now, sir.
This is anti-Italian discrimination, and I won't stand for it. No, it doesn't.
Allentown,
No,
PA
it
has
doesn't.
good pizza?
No, it doesn't.
Really? And where are you from? Did you move to Allentown from either Connecticut, New Jersey, or New York City? Because if not, get out.
I did a
I mean,
sh-
don't
I,
get out.
I did a
Stay.
show in
Like
I
the
did a
video,
show in
but-
Pittsburgh one time, and this dude was genuinely like, "No, Pittsburgh has the best pizza." I thought he was doing a bit, like he's trying to fuck with me, and I'm like, "Nah." He's like, "No." He's like, "Pittsburgh, I'm serious with the best pizza," and I went, "Bro, you don't. I have to try it to know you don't. This is a crazy fucking thing that you're telling me." He's like, "No, we do." I'm like, "You don't get it. You just don't. You just don't fucking get it, dude. It's not the same." Chinese food also outside of certain places is trash. Like I have a hard time finding a good Chinese food spot. BLT is not.
BLT is my favorite sandwich.
It's not, but that's not an equivalent. That's like being like
No,
sushi's
it's
better
not.
than pizza.
It's
it's
a
two
lunch
different things.
versus a breakfast food.
It's two different
Yeah.
things.
Apples
different
and
things.
oranges can't be compared.
Yeah, it's not comparable.
I don't know why two fruit can't be compared, but they can.
All right. We want to wrap up the food debate.
Yeah.
Let's
gotta wrap up.
caller and I.
No, I want to keep yelling at people who aren't from the tri-state area.
All right. Anyways, you can find me at Komatovic on Twitter. This Wednesday, I got Gordon McGill coming on. We're going to be talking about trucking and immigration. I'm sure it'll be a good show. And next week, I have Tom. So that should be good. And we will have the music out before the end of the year. We got 5 songs started and pretty well along the way. Life is good, man. Everybody be happy. I was just on Tommy Salmon's show as well.
Tommy's the man.
And Tommy's great. And I did somebody else's show. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but you can find it if you go to my YouTube channel, Komatovic, Matovcik. Thank you guys so much. And until next Monday, take care.
Yeah. Follow me on the Twitter at Adam Nutter. Thanks, broskies.
Follow me on MySpace.
Bam.
Bam.
Kyle, play us out.